there's a quintessential archetype of I'm just the beta and my best friend is the beautiful one. Yeah. She's so secure. Yeah. Like she never has any problems, but she's troubled.
Hi, it's Sims Classic, Bella Goth, Phoebe.
And I'm Jacques.
And welcome to Do You Ever Feel Like?
Where we ask the questions everyone's thinking and no one's answering. We're in the IRL.
We're in the IRL. How do you feel about being in the IRL?
Good.
I feel like I've seen you so much this year.
I know.
That I'm like, is it special?
It's going to lose its spark for sure.
It's going to. And you know what? This is it.
I know.
This is what people talk about in relationships.
It's getting boring.
You got to keep it light and fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I actually don't feel that way. I'm just doing jokes.
I mean, yeah, I think it gets, we're just
comfortable with each other now.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, so we have new microphones.
I asked Jacqueline for a 100th birthday present.
In a few weeks, we get to 100 episodes. So this is your gift.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's actually kind of mad thinking about 100 episodes.
100 hours of us speaking. Hey, look, we're long gone. Someone goes into a cave.
I have been on the internet for a very long time. I have like a long, archaic, archaeological trail that I've left on the internet. The fact that there's 100 episodes of me talking, and there's like a lot of me on the internet, you guys. There's a lot of me on the internet.
I learned about a Twitter account that I didn't know about.
You didn't know about it?
No.
I might, should I cut that out? Like, that's how I feel about that Twitter account.
The amount of internet that
I have a lot of internet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of me on the internet, some of which we'll get to in the memoir, you know? Yeah. But like 100 episodes of internet.
Chatting. Talking. Very specifically. Yeah.
That's a whole lot of woman, you know?
Yeah.
So, but you know what we wanted for our 100th episode? Yeah. When we started planning last year.
Yeah.
Last year, our campaign of sorts, our 2025 campaign, we wanted 100 reviews. Actually, I'm really going crotch first into this is a pose
into 100
for the video listener, for the video watcher.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna close my legs. I think I might keep it like this.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I think it's a little intimidating. In vibe. Well, men are constantly doing it. Why
you're Timothée Chalamet next to Tina Fey on the basketball court.
No one has. Who in the history of time has anyone like plummeted their social stock as fast as that man? I used to think he was such a cutie.
I know.
I used to think he was such a cutie.
I think he'll have
a
redemptive moment.
Leaves that woman.
Yeah.
Peace and love. I'm sorry to sound anti-woman maybe for a second, but some of you bitches really piss me off.
But leave us a review.
But please leave us a review.
Leave us a review.
Maybe tell me how I feel. You're not welcome to leave me 1 star. I can tell you that much.
No.
But we will hit our 100th episode on, drumroll please, my half birthday.
Drumroll. I can't do.
Can you roll your tongue? Sick.
Yeah.
Can you stick your tongue out and touch your nose with it?
Would
hit me.
No.
Oh, you cannot.
No, I can. I have to focus.
Okay. Yeah.
I told you I have to focus.
Can you do the clover thing?
No. Well,
most people can't do both. No, that's just a tube. It's just good audio format. Yeah,
we have open legs and Jacqueline doing things with her tongue
into the microphone.
Yeah. Anyways, 100 reviews.
We want 100 reviews, please. So if you're here and you're listening and you go, oh my God, these ladies, they sound like a good time. I might head on down to the Apple Podcast Review Factory and log some hours. It doesn't take that long.
No, it doesn't.
You can just write 5 stars and you can say, listen, I'll rate it for you. Oh my God, these gals, they make me laugh.
There we go. Done.
The end. That's all I want from you.
Yeah. June 3rd is our 100th episode. So that's your deadline to get it in.
What have you seen on the internet this week? I've seen a lot.
I've seen Timothy Chalamet and his man spreading on the basketball court.
Yeah.
I've seen us freak out over Olivia Rodrigo just trying to wear a dress.
Okay.
Just like
she is so cute. I didn't really get the Olivia Rodrigo thing because she was a Disney Channel gal, right?
Yeah.
So I'm old and that's not for me. Mm-hmm. And then a whole bunch of her songs are on my running playlist.
Yeah.
Like, they're fun.
Yeah.
And every time she does something, I think it is so freaking cute and fun.
Yes.
And yeah, that Versailles stuff, by the way, dream and a half. Are you
so
kidding
good.
me? I would
so good.
When I was in Versailles walking around that hall of mirrors, I was like, what is the rich person experience of this place? And can I have it, please? Because there's no way people are just walking around in this hot castle.
Yeah.
Ancient historical castle.
Yeah. You want a private tour with some air conditioning.
I don't need the air conditioning.
No,
I just wanted not to be flesh to flesh with the American tourists.
Right.
Peace and love to the people from Minnesota visiting France for the day.
Yeah.
I don't need your flesh on that.
No, I understand. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful. And I just don't understand what we're doing. It was just, like, she wore a baby doll dress, historical references. Everybody calm down. Like, I don't get it. We need to get a grip.
I just think once again, you're mad at the wrong people.
Yes.
And there is this line. I mean, I do want to do we just talked about this in the green room, and I do want to do like a beauty kind of episode because I am feeling this way. I am feeling like this, like post, quote unquote, post Epstein, files world of beauty standards. Yeah. And like, where is the line of like, actually, this is fucking mine. Like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
I don't care about you pedophile freaks.
Yeah.
Where is my pleasure and enjoyment in the thing?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know. Did any of that make sense just now?
Totally. Well, I think it's just it's like what we do. It's like it's what we do to women. There's not a good choice.
Yeah.
There's not a good choice.
Yeah.
Like they're just, you can't make a good decision, quote unquote, or a fair one or a right one or whatever. Everything is up for debate.
Yeah.
And it's like, can a woman just wear a dress?
No. Apparently.
No. That's what I've seen on the internet this week, mainly.
What I've seen on the internet this week is a bunch of, this is like a trend I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. And I want to do more research. I got to get into this. This is the tip of the iceberg for us this week. Mm-hmm. I keep seeing, so you saw the Reese Witherspoon like AI thing. I keep seeing women of a certain age, let's call it like, it tends to be women in their 40s. Well, is that, okay.
They just seem older than you, maybe.
No. Well, it's because I'm 23. Yeah. I told you the other day, I told someone I was 30. How old am I? I'm 31. And they were like, what? And I'm like,
you're not. You're 32.
No, I'm not. I'm 31. I turned 32 this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How old are you turning? 34?
Yeah.
Is that Jesus or is that 33?
33. I'm in my Jesus year, which is really apropos, I feel. Moving on.
Well, I was just saying to them, I'm like, I don't look young. I just act like an idiot.
They were surprised you were 31.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I know, I do seem stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, you're like, I'm trying to be a Euphoria person.
Did you watch that?
No.
Have you watched any of it?
People are also pissed about Euphoria. That's where my brain went. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
People are mad about Euphoria.
I've not watched any of it.
No. I haven't watched any of it either.
Peace and Love, you couldn't pay me to watch that.
No.
You couldn't pay me to watch that.
No.
Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, the AI stuff. Mm-hmm. No, like women. Okay. Once again, this is like a bigger thing, but there's this like post girl boss millennial who is wearing Damson Matter. You know, like she's trying to convince you that she knows better. Yeah. But she is trafficking in that millennial pink, lean in jargon. Actually.
Yeah.
And she wants to sell you some AI. And it's kind of dressed up in this like, women, why aren't you using AI? Like, or insert XYZ marginalized identity. Like, you know, I'm helping like historically marginalized people like access technology, which like, Sure, potentially a little bit of a conversation there, maybe.
I love when we kind of just use these things.
Exactly.
Right? We're
That's
just
what
like,
I mean.
oh,
It's like this vehicle for the thing, which I like after like 2 seconds of Googling is something that they're trying to sell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they have some sort of like financial gain or monetary gain into getting more people using AI. And so that's what I've been seeing on the internet recently. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else is getting those ads, but it's really quite gross. Yes.
Yeah, it's really gross.
It's disgusting.
I feel like everything is an MLM. Like literally everything.
Yeah.
It's like we're stuck in this, like everything is folding in on itself. And I can't tell what's real.
All versions of capitalism are like, you know how like the evolutionary theory of crabs, like everything becomes a crab. Everything ends up becoming like the worst version of capitalism.
Even if it started out with like cool whatever intentions. Yeah. Totally.
Anyway.
Oh gosh.
Is this nice and light and hopeful? Is this nice, light and hopeful to listen to Sonia Feldman, author of Girls Girl, coming out in June?
Yes.
It's so good. And I say this as a compliment. It gave me hives. It gave me hives. What were you doing when you were 15?
Not playing Sims.
Not playing Sims, as we learned.
Yeah. I was not playing Sims. I was doing a lot of the things that are in the book, though, right? I think doing a lot of bedroom hanging. I was doing a lot of laying in grass. I was doing a lot of trying to like keep my secrets like mine, like try to keep my sense of like.
Did your mom go through your stuff at all?
No.
I never had one of those moms either.
No.
I think that's so crazy.
It's evil.
Yeah.
It's absolutely evil.
Yeah. I had friends whose moms like went through their phones or whatever and all that stuff.
No. I did have like restrictions on my phone and stuff like that, but no.
Which you should.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
My mom was like, why are you up yapping until midnight?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, totally.
But no, my parents never went through any of my shit.
That I know of.
Okay. You know what? When I was cleaning out my mom's, my room, like the last little smidge of stuff at my mom's house that I still had, I found an old box of cigarettes.
Oh, that she only would have been able to take from you? Like it was yours.
Yeah, mine. Yeah. So I'm like, no one was going through my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I used to smoke menthols.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love a menthol. They're banned here. I don't think they're banned in the States.
No,
nothing's banned in the
States.
You can smoke all the menthol that you want.
You can get whatever you want down there. Yeah, I was doing some roof smoking when I was a teenager. Yeah. Around that time.
Yeah, I would just walk out the front door. And I would also steal my mom's cigarettes too.
Yeah. I was doing some of that.
I love smoking. Let's go have a cigarette.
I mean,
let's have a cigarette right now.
How cool. Also, that's something else on the internet. Cigarettes back. In a big way.
I'm
What's
glad
happening?
Because I found out recently somebody I admire is a vapor and I respect them less. Yeah, I do. I hate to admit it.
But isn't the thing with vapes like the vape? Like it's not like isn't that the thing that's causing harm? Is the actual thing?
Well, yeah, like the delivery of the smoke is different. Like the popcorn lung stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, I love a cigarette, but I'm gonna take up smoking when I'm like 87. I think
it's like all the things
again
you try. Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not gonna. I have to work really hard to not smoke
right
now.
Totally.
And I don't want to.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. That's what I was doing when I was 15. For sure.
Smoking.
Smoking. No, I was like not actually smoking, right? I was like trying to smoke, but I wasn't smoking.
You know what I was doing when I was 15? Going to the graveyard with my...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, going to the graveyard with my with my 18-year-old boyfriend. Disgusting. Why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
And we would smoke and put matches out on our tongues.
Yeah, exactly.
Dumb, weird shit.
Dumb
right?
things. Yeah. And just, I mean, that's why this book gave me hives, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's like the suspense of being young,
Yeah.
Everything, the stakes everything is so big. Everything going to the graveyard at night.
We were at the graveyard
the best thing that could ever happen to you.
My high school, my old high school has been bulldozed. It's been pushed over, and it is expanded into cemetery.
Oh, so you would skip school.
So I would skip school to go to the cemetery next door. Wow. And now I feel like that's a beautiful poetry. Yeah. My high school doesn't exist because now someone's grandma lives there instead.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, we had so much fun with Sonia. You can find all of our information and stuff down below. I don't think I have anything else I want to say.
No. It's a beautiful book. Girl's Girl.
Yep. Go pre-order.
Go pre-order it.
It's going to be great for summer. I've been really feeling like such a reading rut. And that was...
Yeah, it was really a refreshing... Yeah, it was very refreshing. Very like wistful.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, really great. Thanks, Sonia, for coming on. You were also like so much fun.
Okay. Have fun in an episode, everyone. Oh,
okay.
Wait.
Please welcome to the stage.
Wait, let me put a funky song on. Okay. Funky song. That's the funky song. And what else is on the cash register? Oh, yeah. Cash register for reviews. You know, leave a review. And what's this one? Oh, this is jazz. I hope none of that's really loud or super irritating. Okay, have a good episode.
Okay, bye.
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 I am Sonia Feldman, author of sapphic coming-of-age novel Girl's Girl, coming out this June. And I'm a writer from Cleveland, Ohio. I grew up here. I left for school. I came back and spent a long time writing a book.
Sick. Well, welcome to the podcast, Sonia. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We have so much to discuss, really. I've got an agenda. We'll see what happens. But the first thing I wanted to ask you is, what from your childhood bedroom or your teenage girl bedroom has made it into your adult woman life or bedroom?
That is an incredible question that I would love to sit with for a week, but on the spot.
I mean, yeah, we
on
totally
the top of your head.
Yeah.
Anything, on the top of my head. Yeah. I think that like my teenage bedroom was always covered in printed photos of my friends that I like diligently was getting printed either at the pharmacy or via mail. And I like had them all over the outside of my like wardrobe dresser of drawers. And then I had them like when you would open the drawers, they would be on the inside as well. And I think, yeah. So that was like very extra of me. I did want people to come over to my room and be like, this bitch has friends.
That's so precious.
But also they were just like so fun. And I loved like, yeah, sort of being surrounded by that. And I think I'm still like a documenter. I'm still a tape things, places kind of girl. So yeah, that's definitely carried on in spirit.
That is so
And then also
cute.
I just like, I'm still wearing some of the clothes that I purchased as a teenage girl.
Okay, amazing. I'm really deeply impressed by that.
That's awesome.
It's not, no, that's not like size based. That's based on like the vibe continues. Like,
No, that's what I mean.
Totally.
I literally was just saying to Jacqueline, like right before we started, I am like a chronic throw things outer to a like problematic degree. And like I will often, literally just the other day, I was like, oh, I used to have this skirt. Like, where is it? And I was like, I threw it out in a fit of rage like a decade ago.
I actually need
15 years
energy.
ago.
I need to bring that into my life because I'm like, if I got rid of the clothes, then how do I know that I was alive at that time?
Yeah, it
And like,
is.
that's a tough way to live.
It's such a double-edged sword. Like I'm in the middle of moving right now, and I'm like, last time you need to pay attention to me because last time I moved, I threw out a toaster. I was like, who even makes toast?
When you're moving, like a mania sets in where you're like, why do I own
yeah.
a single thing?
Yeah, totally.
When I was a teenager, the like bizarre little activity my friends and I found was Walmart had, I believe it was $10. You could buy a disposable camera and get the prints.
I mean, that's a deal.
Which is insane.
I mean, now unheard of. Yeah.
I think a disposable camera like costs upwards of like $40 now. Genuinely,
it's inappropriate.
It's insane. It's insane. So I'm like, how are the children having little tiny pieces of paper taped up in their bedrooms?
Yes. How are the children taking photos out on the trampoline or like whatever the thing is, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
yes. Plus, if you're taking the photos on the trampoline,
they're taking.
You know what happens when they're blurry? You gotta get them printed again.
Yeah,
I know. Yes, exactly. I think like when if you have an individual space, I think like when a woman gets like an office space or like a dress, I feel like we do this with like when we're older, like closets as women.
Yeah.
It becomes like your like childhood bedroom. Like you collect all of your things, your trinkets, make your way. Over.
I will say that my office is like the most crowded part of my house because I'm like, well, I need every single thing to be there.
That's how I felt. I recently got a studio space and I was like, oh no, every single thing I've ever loved, every single thing I've ever touched, every single thing I've ever
it has to be here.
It has to be here.
A shrine to myself while I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's exactly what teenage, and childhood, girlhood bedrooms are. They're such a shrine to that experience and to who you are in that moment.
You're trying to tell a story about yourself to yourself with like, this is who I am and this is where I live.
Yeah. And I feel like that is so like represented in the book with Sims. I was not a Sims player. So,
which is amazing.
So now
that
could
I'm
be the
allowed.
time.
I mean, yeah, you're really generous because I'm like partnership ended. Like I don't know how to relate or speak to you any longer.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can keep going ahead talking about The Sims, Jacqueline. Sorry.
I mean, I knew other people that played it, but I never played it. You
didn't even go to someone's house and play with their Sims?
No, I was not. That's not happening.
That's insane to me. That's insane to me. No, I mean, okay, we're going to try really hard to not just turn this into the Sims podcast for the next
That's okay.
45 minutes. I'm going to try and keep this on track a little bit. What I think is so funny, like whenever Sims is brought up, and it's like such a, well, I would say universal like girlhood experience. Minus Jacqueline. Sorry.
Yeah. Everyone else, though.
Everyone else, minus
You can sit in silence for this portion.
Yeah. For the Sims cast, that I'm creating now. It's like, it's both, it's an opportunity to like really create. I don't know, like what is that like? It's such a teenage girl thing. It's like, well,
control.
Okay. Is it control? But then also, like the second, I think you mentioned The Sims on like page 2 or something like that. And my thought immediate was like, what's on my calendar this weekend? Because I need to play The Sims for 18 hours. Like it's such a like feral little like escape hole to dive into. Even, I mean, like truly my greatest pleasure being a woman in her 30s is like playing The Sims on my couch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's not a question. I'm just checking Sims cast to you now.
The Sims just like there's so many overlapping impulses that all take place via The Sims, especially as a teenager. And like, yes, you cannot play that game for like, if you have less than 3 hours available, it's not even worth beginning.
No.
Like you have to have like an amount of time that is encompassing. And that's like one of the many reasons why you do that when you're a teenager is you're like, there's no limit to the amount of time that I could spend on the computer and like be thrilled and feel great. Whereas as an adult, I do like want to go there. And also like my body starts to be like, you've been staring at the Sims
your
for hours,
is not
ma'am.
This activity any longer. This is why your back hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you're warping your spine on the X-ray with this behavior.
Yeah. Crazy.
I feel like it's like stories. Right? I don't know. Like if I had to have like a theory about this, like we as girls, like we make stories. We make worlds with like the leaves and the plants and the flowers outside.
Yeah.
We make worlds with these Sims.
And you get to be girl god.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
It's like like an extension of like the dollhouse, right? In some ways or something, right? Like
but the dolls really get to kiss. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, is it like sexy? Is that the appeal of it? Is it like horny?
It's horny. It's horny. Like,
you are making a body to play with.
Yeah. And it's horny in ways that like I don't think any human is actually okay with like kind of
revealing.
Like
it's
actually interrogating in yourself. You like that thing. And
I think like when you're a teenager, you don't have to feel as like, I think when you play The Sims as an adult, you feel extremely cognizant and maybe even self-conscious about the decisions you're making as you make them. And when you are a teenager, you are like, I'm making the Sims hook up, I'm making the Sims die. Like, you're not like self-assessing in the same way.
There's no like, wow, we really have turned it into Sims cast. But I do think it's like an interesting like way to be outside of yourself and and like explore, you like, I don't know, like weird. I mean, I do think it's really funny, even as like an adult woman playing The Sims, I like always am a writer. Like 100% of the time. Like I always I'm a writer with a little dog, and then I like exit The Sims and like am a writer with a little dog. Like I just think like that's the funniest thing. It's like always, it's kind of like journaling. It's like you know, like the like in 5 years, it's like, that's what The Sims really is.
Yeah.
And then it's also,
there's a productivity porn aspect of The Sims if you want to play that way, which is like, there's no limit to the amount of work that I can get this little person to do in pursuit of her dreams while I sit here on the computer.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like there were so many reasons there were so many reasons that I like loved playing the game, and so many reasons that I put it in the book. But I also think that like in particular, I think when you're a teenager, you view novel experiences in a way that is like very similar to the way that The Sims is structured, which is like you want certain things to happen to you and you have no idea how to get that to take place, or like for it to be at all sort of like natural or smooth or sort of inevitable feeling. And so instead you are deliberately like, I need a plan for I'm going to get my first kiss. Like I am writing this down. I am like making an agenda because there's this box I want to check, and like it's not going to get checked unless I get out there. And I think The Sims like operates that way in a way that really makes sense when you're a teenager, where you're like, there's a list of steps, and if I push the buttons, then like the social interactions will escalate inevitably. Whereas like in real life, you're like, I'm trying to get the social interactions to escalate, but like the other person's not interested.
Yeah, you're like, I can't see the little plus sign over their head.
Totally.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
I do.
Maybe I need to get into The Sims.
Honestly, this is a great time for you to get into The Sims. I do feel
time.
Do you have any like major life commitments you want to neglect? Because that would make it a really good time.
Honestly. Always.
Yeah. Talking about being in your 30s, do you have a major life commitment you want to neglect?
Yeah.
I think I feel like a Sim sometimes. And I wonder, is that because I spent so long playing on the computer when I'm like waiting in line at the post office, where I'm like
I think it's because The Sims is an incredibly accurate piece of art about what it's like to be a human.
I think
which
so
is like,
as well. Yes.
You have an interaction and you become embarrassed at random, and then you're going to be embarrassed for 20 minutes and there's a counter on. And at the end of that 20 minutes, you will have gotten over it. Like that is so on display in The Sims, but that's like just being a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Cool. I do want to talk about bedrooms still.
So we're in the bedroom playing Sims.
We're in the bedroom playing Sims. Okay. There's like so much in the book that it almost feels like reading, like the way you describe place and the way you like set up. I mean, even in your like explaining of The Sims, but as I'm reading it, it feels like reading a like horror movie. Like it feels like watching like a thriller or something like that, because of the like what is it about the teenage girl bedroom that is so like deeply unique and personal and like such a singular experience? And I was just kind of curious, like what about that world is so compelling to you as a writer?
A girl's bedroom is an intimate place. There's a bed in there. It belongs to you. You get to close the door, and yet it is ultimately not a private space. There's always the threat of this is a house with a family in it. And so that creates like a very charged energy about being in your bedroom by yourself, being in your bedroom with a friend, being in your bedroom with a girl that you have a crush on. Like there is you don't have the safety of being like, I actually have ownership over space and like control what happens here. It's like someone is visiting you, and are like the forces of your family swirling around you. I mean, part of why I really wanted the girls to be 15 in the book and not sort of like an age where they could be quasi adults. Like I really wanted them to be teenage girls. And that's because like when you're 15, you're so much inside of your family unit, and that puts like such a different charge on everything that happens, what you are and aren't allowed to do, how watched you feel and observed by your family members. And I just think like, to me, that's like quintessential of that era. And I couldn't ignore that, like, your mom is, you can hear your mom's footsteps while you're in the room making your Sims impregnate each other. Like that is such a particular experience.
Yeah. Or like have your objects like rifled through in some capacity as well. That was something that really, I mean, Jacqueline and I talk about this a lot on the podcast, like growing up with like the certain amount of social media that we did. Like Instagram was like becoming a thing when I was in high school. And I think it's so interesting. I like feel like I relate so heavily to these gals in their experience, and we didn't have phones the same way. Like it is, I do think there's so much moral panic around like, I mean, I guess it would, I don't even think it would be like Gen Z anymore, because they're just like young children. I don't know what
Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Yeah. There's so much like moral panic around like their use of the internet, but I'm like, we did the same thing. We just found, I mean, MySpace was around, but like we found like the same way to kind of like interact with each other, and kind of like psychically torture each other
Totally.
through the means of other devices.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what the container of the internet is.
No.
Yeah. Whether it's like a video game or The Sims or whatever, new social media or Instagram now or Snapchat. Apparently, all these kids, they only Snapchat each other. Like even their parents, like they only speak through Snapchat.
Who knew that Snapchat would like survive and thrive in these conditions? I would not have guessed it.
Wild. So crazy. Like Instagram is considered like old, right? Obviously. Anyways, we don't need to do that. I don't need to do that right now. Yeah, I felt this kind of exactly what Phoebe was saying. There's like this intimacy. There's this like it's like the horror movie feeling of like, like this uneasy thing, like what's going to happen, that you really show so beautifully.
Well, because it's like the stakes are so high when you're a teenage girl, right? Like everything is life and death. Like absolutely everything whether or not you go out tonight, what you wear, who you're going to see, like it's all.
And like the pressure on time is so different. Like it's like if you are out of town for a weekend, you like come back and the social universe has been rearranged and you have been left behind. Yeah, it like honestly it makes me really happy to hear you guys say that, because I think in a lot of ways like the book is like no one dies, certainly. Like it's not a horror book.
It's
like
not
it's
a
like
horror movie, but
it's like a very like emotional girl. Like the stakes are all about friendship. And I think like from the outside, when you're describing the contents of the book, that can kind of sound like there's quote unquote not that much happening, but like the actual experience of the book, which is the experience of like living it, which is huge emotional investment, huge fear and nervousness and anxiety and anticipation. And like, that like slow moving. I mean, I also like, I set the world of the book in a technological reality that happened after I was this age.
Yeah. Right.
I like, to your point, I think that it's all versions of being on the internet and having sort of like unlimited and also limited access to other people in a way that can be thrilling and also corrosive. But I really wanted them to be in suspense on multiple fronts at all times, which is like not, I mean, girls are always obsessed with communicating with each other. This is a book about tense heightened communication that can be read in multiple ways. And like, what happens when it's not just that she's ignoring me in the group chat, she's ignoring me in the personal text message thread, she's ignoring me in the Instagram DM thread, is she liking my pictures? Like there's so many different vectors of communication that they get to choose which ones do we activate when. And I found that like very thrilling to write about, and also sort of like exemplary of how it feels at that age, which is like at any given moment someone could be sending me something that like would totally change how I feel about everything.
It would change my life. Totally. Yeah, it's so suspenseful. Suspense is a really great word. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like right now, like thinking about it. Okay, let's talk about the trio of it all. There's like you explore. Like
we've made it to the theme of the podcast.
We made it. Okay, beautiful. Look at that. We made it. Simscast was only 20 minutes long. You explore like these like kind of 2-on-2 dynamics in like like it's like a trio. It's a friendship trio of like the relationships that you would have like our like main character Mina has like with each of her friends, and then the like question of like my two best friends are hanging out without me. Like there's that of it all. How did you land on the like 3-person dynamic, and like what about that is interesting to you?
Yeah, I mean there's so many reasons to write a trio book. I think like 3 is the smallest number that can be counted as a group dynamic.
Yeah.
Like a 2-person friendship is a friendship between those 2 people, and that is the dynamic.
Yeah.
A trio is every side of the triangle is its own relationship with its own tensions, and all 3 sides have to work together to have their own group. Otherwise, these would be separate friendships. And this is not a separate friendship. This is a group dynamic. And the sort of like emotional stakes and rules of intimacy between each leg of the triangle are different and therefore comparable. I mean, I think that it's sort of like the most efficient way to create a universe where you get to have all these complicated feelings about sort of what's going on over there. I also like knew that like I wrote a book that is a multi-love story, and I wanted the romantic love, the sexual love, and the friendship love, and the family. Like I wanted all these different threads of love to be present. And I like in particular, it's Mina, Margaret, and Eleanor, the main characters. And there's the Mina Margaret relationship, the Mina Eleanor, and then the Margaret Eleanor. And I wanted to be like, one, this is a complicated group dynamic. To like what happens when queer desire actually takes place. Like there's not just like an undercurrent of unspoken yearning. It's like, no, this actually becomes romantic and sexual. How does that not only transform that relationship, but transform the friendship on the other side? Like, what does that intimacy look like? And what does the intimacy of the whole group look like now that like this sort of ambient possibility has become real? So anyway, I wanted like the friend love. Like I didn't want it to be like a romance period. I wanted there to be a romance and a friendship, and both of those relationships are put under huge pressure and have to be transformed.
And you can only do that if you have like multiple entry points. That's so interesting. I think that's something I really felt reading it, like this awareness that young girls have of their own relationships, the awareness of like the dynamics, obviously, and the protection of the trio, right? Like this, like, and in different ways, misguided or not, they're like trying to hold on to the dynamics, or they're trying to hold on to the ways they relate to each other, or they're trying to protect this like special thing, I think that's something that's very uniquely girlhood, right? Like young boys are not doing that in the same way, I don't think. And I think I think there's like this kind of threat of intimacy in some ways.
Like
there's this like threat of like this intimacy, while at the same time being so intertwined and interdependent and intimate with each other, right? Even the ways you described, the way that these young girls lay together and how they interact with each other physically and like all of that. There's like what young girls want to believe is like actual sexual intimacy, and then there's like what they're doing, which is massaging each other in a massage train. Like, you know what I mean? Like I saw all of
is all of that physical intimacy only allowed because it's not quote unquote real? And like what happens if it becomes real for some of the people, and what is the real, and then like in what ways was what they were always doing real on its own?
Beautiful. Ugh. So good.
To kind of bring it back to The Sims in a sense, like our 3 gals, like Mina, Eleanor, and Margaret, they all seem so aware of who they are as like an archetype in their dynamic. I don't know if you know the answer to this, like to what degree is this performative, and like I mean, as a writer, is this like typecasting in a sense? Or like, I mean, okay, we could ask this question in two ways. As a writer, are you typecasting? And then like as a woman in the world, are we like typecasting ourselves in these? I'm like having kind of like a out of body moment with this question.
I think this question has sort of some different nuance when you're specifically 15. I mean, I think this is true throughout life, but when you're 15 in particular, like you try on the different people that you could be for your friends, on your friends. And sometimes that's loving and sometimes that's cruel. Yeah. You're testing out who am I with people other than my family. And you have to like live through testing it out on other people who give you permission to do that, who give you feedback on what that means. I think that especially like the characters start out with like their friend group is a source of safety. Like it's a source of security and stability. Yeah. And like part of the way that it works is we each understand the role that we're playing in our group dynamic, even if I think it's like I set that tone at the beginning and then I allow them to mess that up over and over again. And I think who has power in a given moment is shifting every scene on which side of the triangle is closer at this moment, who feels more secure, who feels more intimately connected to someone, who feels like they know something that someone else doesn't. And I think it's also like the way there's like a sort of there's a quintessential archetype of I'm just the beta and my best friend is the beautiful one. Yeah. She's so secure. Yeah. Like she never has any problems, but she's troubled. You know, like there's that kind of like narrative, which is very much put on that girl by the other girl who is like calling herself sort of second. And I think in any good friend, like I think in true friendship, of course, like those power dynamics have to have moments of reversal in order for there to be equality. And so I think like the book starts out with Mina describing Margaret in some of those sort of familiar terms for the reader and also for herself. Yeah. And then as the book goes on and Mina has experiences that are, that outpace Margaret and it's like these things aren't really comparable. They're just different. But like Mina starts to understand, experience things other than what Margaret has or is. And that changes the dynamic between them from this sort of safer picture where Mina gets to like observe without risking herself into risking herself and also getting access to self-knowledge and like a new kind of closeness that comes from being confident in herself or sort of seeing herself in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. In like I feel like I can't look at, I mean, I guess it's just like media, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like specifically with a friendship group, you can't not look at a friendship group and like pick like, who am I? Who am I in this? Yeah. I often I found myself really relating to Mina. And I often find in that experience of like the person that is like in that like whatever like friendship group, it is kind of giving you the hives the most it's like maybe the mirror effect, right? Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, girl, don't open that door. What are you doing?
Totally.
That's how I felt too. I was like, oh, I'm Margaret.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean? Like, very Margaret.
I'm like, oh,
very Margaret.
Yeah.
And that's why you were
a beautiful thing to be.
Yes.
A beautiful thing to be. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have time for The Sims. You don't want to sit inside and play video games.
No,
you're out
is
there.
An outdoor girl. Yeah. She's not an indoor girl.
Yeah, that's funny. I think I think that's also in some ways a girlhood thing. We look at trios of women and we're like, which one? We want that reflection all the time.
I mean, you want to know like, who could I be?
Yeah.
Who could I be?
Once again, right? Yeah. Who do you feel like you relate to most, Sonia?
I mean, it is a first person novel told from the perspective of one character, and that character is Mina. And I think of course, I think that her thinking is like closest to mine in a way. At the same time, all three of these girls are of me and I have been them in different moments. Yeah. And I think like and I have been them depending on the people that I'm with. Like, I think part of what you were asking about archetypes is sometimes it's like, okay, I could play any of these roles, but which one do I want to play? Like, which one makes me feel most comfortable or happiest? And I think like that's part of in the book exploring what the dynamic is, which is like, what do I lose and what do I gain by allowing someone to play this role, which makes me play this other role? And like, when do I need to push back on that and sort of shift the dynamic? But yeah, no, I mean, I think that the book's in Mina's perspective, and so that's the one that like I had the most access to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It makes me, I feel like whenever I'm asking this question or thinking about this or blah, 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 friendship dynamics, I feel like we can't talk about a friendship dynamic without talking about Sex and the City, which I know is a famous quad. However, Samantha, Jacqueline, am I right in this? Samantha wasn't supposed to be, she was supposed to be like
Samantha.
I think it was Samantha wasn't supposed to be like a
permanent
character, and I know that's true of Shoshana in Girls as well, which I think is interesting. It's like we had to like we had to write in a fourth because trios are too fucking crazy. Like we needed to write in like a I don't know, a palate cleanser of sorts.
Yeah, I've never been part of a trio. But Phoebe has. And I think that dynamic is really, I've only ever been part of a 4 or more kind of thing, like these large free female friendship groups. And I think 3 is interesting.
It's particularly pressurized. When there's 4, you can split in half. Yeah. When there's 3, there's always, if
someone
2 people are together,
left,
the third is at home.
Yeah. I think my only other like comparison for this is I am one of 4 siblings, and I think 4 siblings is a great number because you can like have 2 against 2. You can have there's rotating tides of political,
alliance,
campaigning and alliances. Yeah, exactly. And then if you have 3 people that are mad at you, you're like, oh, I probably actually did something fucked up, you know? But yeah, in a 3, particularly pressurized. And also like, I mean, the other 3 I think of is the most recent season of White Lotus. As well. Like, and those demons, those pure,
those 3
demonic freaks sent straight from hell. Who do really, I do feel like kind of embody that thing that you're talking about, Sonia, of like, I don't know, does this resonate with you? Like, or are girls, like they are, you're so different. I do feel that way in my friendships now. It's like we're so incredibly, like we're completely different people. And we have this like shared thread of being 15 together still.
I mean, I think there's something to be said for like, you'll never again make friends who have seen your mom yell at you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How debasing is that?
Yeah. It's like there is just like a true self that is revealed when you are at someone's house and their mom is yelling at them. Like, I think that there is like an intimacy from like when the friends that you make at that age don't only know you, they know your soup that you come out of.
Oh, they know the recipe. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I think that was what was fascinating about the White Lotus characters is that they've known each other for such a long time and they're still in this trio. But like, I mean, like, I don't know. You've probably thought about this, like 30-year-old Mina, Margaret, and Eleanor. What's going on there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think that
one of them is a girl boss in Texas, you know?
I would say, I mean, I don't want to like spoil the end of my own book, on this show. Don't. But yeah, I mean, I think like it was important to me that I not justify the book's interest in teenage girls by making their adult selves more real or sort of like making their adult selves be like, and this is how it all turned out. TM. You know, I think like I wanted it to be like this story, like this era of life in a way like stands on its own in terms of like significance and complication without the need for. But yes, of course, I'm like, you know, I think about them and who they might be after this era. And I think like so much of the book is about the conditions which make a friendship like this possible, which is like, I am available 8+ hours a day to be with you. Yeah. That is just like not the way that friendship sadly works as an adult.
No. And I think we're all like too, like the catch-up culture of it all, right? Like, I think we're all trying to like our best to recreate it in some ways.
Yeah, like, are we making new memories versus am I just telling you things that have happened to me?
Yeah. Such a like, it almost feels like you can like taste nostalgia in that way. Like it's like bitter in the mouth. Yeah. I think it's hard. I mean, not just as a writer, but as an audience member, like it's hard to not be like, and this is the lesson I learned, big bow tied around it. Like, and this, thank you for everyone for coming to my TED Talk, you know, like it's how we want stories to end in 1,000 different ways. And like, and like, I don't want that for our girls either, right? Like, like can a woman be a little bit fucked up when she's 15? Hello? Like, hello? And hey, and when she's 32, you know?
And can that be okay?
Totally.
Yeah. Totally. Can we let a woman just be a little bit insane?
I also think sort of like the reason why you write a novel is that you don't have a point to prove. It's like I would have written an essay if I had something definitive to claim, but instead I wanted to make like all of these like complicated overlapping questions run into each other in the form of people. I think like when people ask me like, what should I take away from reading this book? Like I have my professional answer, which is I think is a true observation of the book, which is that loving one person changes the way that you love everyone else, including yourself. Because I think it's like, I think that that's what Mina is going through, which is like the experience of learning how to love another person radically transforms the way that you love all the other people that you already loved, because you are just like learning who you can be for them, through them, with them. And that's sort of part of leading like a rich life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so beautiful. Do you have a like friendship trio of origin that this was inspired by, or like, I don't know, some gals that helped shape that from your adolescence?
Yeah, I mean, I had so many friend groups in different eras and friends who have been around for a long time. I mean, I grew up as a competitive figure skater, so I was in
how did we not turn this into figure skating podcast? Oh my God. Sonia.
So I was spending all my time like, okay. Wow. Must discuss. Book us another hour. Okay.
Kaylin, book us another hour.
I don't know how serious you were. Yeah. I was certainly not like going to the Olympics, but I was like training and competing and traveling for that.
Yeah.
And that was like this crazy, like delicious and upsetting pressure cooker of friendship, intimacy, competitiveness. Yeah. It was thrilling. I was like totally formed as a person by that.
And glitter.
Constantly, doing makeup, rhinestones, nudity, you know. Yeah. It was like the showgirl life for 11-year-olds. Like totally. So like that, I mean, I think that whole experience, even though it's completely unmentioned in this book, is like formative to the idea of sort of being totally subsumed by a universe of girls and being like, no one else exists and I don't care about them. But yes, so like I have two like lifetime best friends, and to a certain extent we were a trio. Like we were a sort of trio in the sense that they were my two best friends. Yeah. But they went to different schools, and therefore like it was sort of like I was the primary relationship holder with each of them. And so like this is not a picture. I mean, it's not a memoir. So like this isn't my life. But you know, there was that unit, and then there were various other units that like some of them were longer lived. I know you guys just did the friendship breakup episode. There were some friendship breakups, you know, like there were different eras. But yes, I've been in 3s, I've been in 4s, I've been in 6s. You know?
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Crazy. Because I brought it up, and because I think this is always like a fun, goofy, I'm like of the BuzzFeed millennial generation. What Sex and the City character do you think you are?
I mean, I think I have to have an answer to this question, and I will give it to you. But to a certain extent, it's like none of them. Yeah, yes. Like I do love Sex and the City, and I did watch every single episode. I watched the movies. I watched the first season of the reiteration or whatever. I think that at least I've never been under the delusion that I'm a Carrie. I'm in no way a Carrie. I am, I think, at times a Miranda, at times a Samantha, and at times a Charlotte. Like I think that those three, I mean, I'm like I always connected with Miranda sort of being like, I'm so sorry that I'm the only one who's aware of the bad news. Like, I sort of like, I am like sort of like serious. I feel
I'm the only
obligated.
one on planet Earth right now.
I feel obligated to like this. My friend is telling me something, and everyone's being like, "Oh, like okay, great." And I'm like, "Am I going to be the one who has to say like this man is not interested in you?" Like, and it's like that's like such the Miranda role. Right. I think there was like an era where I had a lot of fun, sort of imagining that I was Samantha. To like, you know, that wasn't true, maybe, but
we all have a Samantha
enjoying it,
hat, you know, that we can wear. And
Charlotte's sort of like heart of love and loyalty, I think is true to who I am for sure. What about you guys? What is your sort of constellation of Sex and the City-ism?
When I think, I mean, to kind of what you were saying earlier, like archetype, like who am I to certain people? I think I am in a lot of like friendship groups dynamics, I'm a Charlotte for a lot of my friends. And I try so hard. Like I'd love to be a Charlotte. I love that my friends think that of me. I am a Miranda. I am like a touch rude, a little bit too honest, like pragmatist. I think a lot of the time. But Jacqueline very lovingly calls me a Charlotte. Very often. Yes. Yeah. I gotta get that blowout ponytail though. That's not what's going on today.
Yeah, you do.
She's got flounce. She's got flounce at all times. Yeah.
Whenever it cuts to Charlotte running, I'm like, that's me when I go for a run. I look
if
just
only
like
someone
that.
were capturing my gorgeousness.
I have no flyaways when I go for a run. Yeah, Jacqueline.
I think I'm like a Carrie Rising, if you know.
Yeah.
But like a Miranda Moon.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, you're front facing Carrie.
I'm front facing Carrie. Yeah. But I'll tell you the truth when it needs to be said. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why we're all here on a podcast.
And that's why you're allowed to have a microphone.
Yeah.
And Che Diaz isn't. Okay, because I invoked the name. Let's do girls as well. And once again, I know quad, but
I think
it's my podcast, so
you have to answer.
I've seen some of Girls. I have not seen all of Girls.
Me too.
I don't totally feel qualified to
I haven't seen it all.
Self-assess about where I belong in this constellation. It caused me, at the time that I was watching it, I was so stressed out by them that it was like very like I just was so upset. By it. And I was like, honestly, in a lot of ways, it felt too real. I was just like, I was like, I am already stressed out by my own friends. Like, I can't deal with you imaginary people making so many choices I want to get in the way of. I mean, I definitely I think that Hannah as like a writer who is like, I am having delusions of grandeur about what I have to offer the people
I am the voice of a
Earth.
Generation.
Totally. It's like, of course I connect to that. I think I watched the episode where she like sticks a Q-tip too far down into her ear and has to go to the hospital. And I was like, I'm actually going to take this as a serious health warning to me personally, because I could do this.
You're like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah. I was like, I shouldn't think about this too much because this could happen to me.
Yeah, Lena Dunham turns to camera, Sonia Feldman in Ohio.
Have you ever thought about putting a Q-tip further down your ear?
That's funny.
That's funny. Wait,
what about you guys? I think I have a Shoshana energy.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Shoshana hair. So
you do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think once again, I mean, okay, Jacqueline, I didn't know that you hadn't. Maybe we did know this. We talk too much. Maybe that's
what do we know at any given day about each other? I don't know.
Who knows?
Like,
I think like I said, like I think my theory of like who gives you hives the most is kind of like the person that you're closest to. Once again, I try so hard in my life to be a Marnie. I just want to have nice hair. I think that's really what I'm going for.
What it's really all about.
A
sleek blowout.
I'd love to maintain a blowout for longer than about 45 minutes. But I think I am a Jessa, which therefore
Intriguing.
I think makes you Hannah, you know? Like I think that's what that combo is.
Well, I think there's like a separate question of like, who do I identify with versus like in
Who
our
would I
friend
like to be?
dynamic.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
true too.
Exactly.
But like, in our duo, I mean, like I know I'm the least Jessa. Like I am so unrelaxed. I am not interested in sort of like letting things happen.
No, me neither. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Cool. Jacqueline.
I don't know. I mean, I think from what I know, again, I feel like I'll go with my rising and moon thing. I think I'm like a Marnie rising, maybe.
Yeah.
But like a Shoshana moon, or like a Lena's character moon.
Yeah. Hannah. Yeah.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. Cute.
Jessa's the like
drug addict.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. With also great hair.
Glamorous.
Very glamorous.
Yeah.
Very glamorous, sexy.
Well,
Interesting.
This has been an absolute pleasure. So thank you for having me here. This was so fun and such a fun way to start the day. I mean, Girls Girl, a sapphic coming of age about a complicated trio friendship that becomes more complicated when two of the girls begin a romantic sexual relationship and don't tell the third.
Oh my God.
That's the one. Available now for pre-order and coming out on June 2nd. To just randomly bring something up, I do run a Poem of the Week newsletter. So if you would like more poetry in your life, I will send you a poem every Friday that is good by someone who's not me, just something that I like and enjoy.
Beautiful.
And yeah, I don't know. I hope that everybody has a beautiful post-podcast day.
That's so lovely. Thank you. Okay, one last thing before you go. We have a segment on this podcast called Girl, No One Wants That.
Okay. Girl, no one wants less than 8 hours of sleep under any circumstances at all. I'm not actually functional below 8 hours.
Absolutely.
Snaps.
Absolutely.
I'm a sleepy girl and I need 10 hours of sleep a night. 8 would be the bottom.
8's the bottom.
8's the bottom. And if I get less than 8, there's like a clock on for when I have a meltdown. And it's like, maybe we could do that for one night. I could have less than 8 hours of sleep one time.
Word.
But if it's multiple nights in a row, I start to get squirrely.
Yeah.
Starts to get weird. And I'm willing to protect that at almost any cost.
Yeah. I actually feel like you're a hype man right now. Like I feel so intense about this and serious about it to a degree. Like if I see like 1 a.m. on my clock as I'm like going to sleep, I'm like, cancel the morning meetings because they're simply not happening. And I don't care who is irritated by that because I'm catching my Z's. I'm rocking a 9. I'm rocking a 9 hours.
I mean,
9 to 10 is standard.
women need a lot of
Women
sleep
need to
too.
sleep,
Like
okay?
women need sleep. Like
Let women sleep.
It's my new political campaign. Let women sleep.
And I'll vote for that. You know, whatever else is going on, it doesn't matter.
what are we even talking about here? 5 hours of sleep? That is such masculine
So
energy. I
foreign
can't
to
even
me.
deal with it. That is get out of here. Yeah. Do you have one, Phoebe, this week?
Yeah, I do. That was beautiful, Sonia. Thank you. My girl, no one wants that. Girl, no one wants your overpriced Facebook Marketplace nonsense. That's worth $5. That is worth $5. You bought something on Wayfair that doesn't look good in your house. Take the L. Take the L. Give that to me for $5. I'm doing you a favor.
I'm coming to get that from your house.
I'm coming to get that from you. So give it to me for $5. Not $200.
No.
Yeah.
Not $200.
No.
That was a really real one.
Thank
People
you.
dramatically overestimate the value of their like plywood rectangles.
Yes.
Like, okay, literally it happened to me. I'm trying to buy a light fixture. Why am I looking at that for new for $50.99 from Home Depot? Do not relist that for $50.
No. Yeah.
This is not, you're not running an e-commerce
As soon
platform.
as any normal-ish piece of furniture is bought, the value goes down 95%. It's like your clothes, sadly.
100%.
Where it's like you bring them into the
Yes.
Avalon and they're like, I'll give you 30 cents for that
and
sweater.
and it's not my fault that you're a bad impulse shopper and you didn't measure properly.
Totally.
Anyway, that's just my truth.
That's a really good one.
It's okay. Speak your truth, Jacqueline.
Yeah, I think this is just a weekly thing. Yeah, girl, no one wants that authentication codes.
Let me in.
Let me and my doppelgangers in.
I am so done authenticating everything. Like, I don't care. Steal my identity. Like, literally.
I have to set up a two-factor for one of the Pilates studios I go to. What are you trying to steal from me there?
No.
Your credit card information.
Take it. I don't care.
I'm so over it.
Is this gonna mark us all as like, oh, they have weak pass? Should I not put this on the internet?
Go home and add some numerals to all your passwords. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so over it. It's like the loops I keep getting caught in. No, I'm over it. Stop.
Yeah. The nightmare is also when like you have, like, I feel like I'm in an interconnected web of account permissions that are like, what am I subscribed to versus like, what are my loved ones subscribed to?
Yeah.
And when any of us need to log into each other's thing. And it's like, honestly, one time I was like, my husband's sister has our like Hulu code.
Yeah.
And I was
Generous, by the way.
It's 1:30 p.m. And I need to be watching the Kardashians. And I'm texting you at work.
Yeah.
Like being like, what's the Hulu verification?
And that's fair. And that's fair.
Sharing those types of passwords very quickly reveals people's lifestyles.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's not my fault if you're triggered by my lovely freelance writer lifestyle.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Yes, absolutely.
You want to watch Kardashians?
This
at
is part of the
May I
creative
suggest not having health
process.
care, you know? Trade off. Okay.
This is essential. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually it from us. Sonia, where can people follow you and all of the things?
Mainly on Instagram at Rit Sonia, which is WRITSONIA. And then other places too, if you look that up. But I'm sick. You know, Instagram's where I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. There's no accidental internet trails left over. Like, speaking of accidental internet trails and figure skating, my Twitter account, no one go and look this up, is a Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer stan account that is horny and weird. Mm-hmm.
I need that. I need
access. That's for you, Sonia. That's your parting gift.
Send me that when we sign off, please.
It's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. I was too old to be doing that at the time. Anyway, go pre-order Girls Girl. It's so good. I gasped out loud in the bath while I was reading it. So that's my review. 5 stars. And thanks so much for coming on the pod, Sonia.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye.